Welcome back to Vinyl Kaboom, and today we are going to talk about one of my new discovery, one vinyl that I bought just a few months ago, and I'm talking about Maribou Kingdoms in Color. If you never heard about him, well, I suggest you to watch this review because surely it will be interesting to know someone that actually gives you a different kind of music. But let's start with the introduction. So welcome back, and as I said, we are going to talk about one vinyl that I bought a couple of months ago, and I didn't know that existed until I had this kind of suggestion from YouTube while I was listening folk and ethnic music, and came out with this one track of this vinyl. As soon as I listened to that, I said, no, I need to check if there is a vinyl because it's absolutely fantastic. And here we are. This is the vinyl of Maribou. It's called Kingdoms in Color. This artwork is beautiful, simply beautiful. I really love it. It's very simple, but with this tone, pastel tone is incredible. And this is the track list, 10 tracks. The inner sleeve, the dark side of that is just the inner sleeve that is in paper, of course, but I already substituted. But this is the artwork in the inner sleeve. Look how beautiful it is. I didn't see actually an artwork like this since the time of Mars Volta, and I will show you when I go back sometimes in Italy. Maybe I will do a couple of videos when I go back just for a few days at home, because I have all my collection there of Mars Volta and I need to show them because they are simply unique. But again, here you got the voucher, so I cover the code. I hope I'm covering the code, yes. And here you got the other side of the inner sleeve. And the vinyl itself, I have the black version. Don't know if exists another version, another color version. This is it. Okay, very simple. Maybe from an artwork point of view, I would appreciate a different kind of, a different kind of label on the vinyl, because you know, I think taking maybe some details from the main inner sleeve could be something, you know, something really interesting to see on the label. Of course, I have the plastic envelope where I actually attached this sticker, and sorry. And actually, yes, there are actually featured by an artist that I don't know, but again, is one of those vinyl that for people like me that they love, you know, ethnic stuff or folk music, is absolutely a must-have. Is a background music that helps you to fly, literally to travel with your mind. The music itself, the recording, is really brilliant. Of course, is electronic, so don't expect, you know, a huge spectrum of frequencies, but for what it is, it sounds absolutely perfect. No warping, nothing like that. I didn't have any problem with this, although when I seen the paper inner sleeve, I was already shaking because I said, oh my god, here we go, this is another case where you have the vinyl warped. But fortunately it was large enough, so they finally understood that a couple of millimeters more of paper can help to don't have problem with the vinyl. And yeah, I think the label is an independent one. Let me check if there is any information on the vinyl itself, but no, I can't see the label. Unfortunately, I think he's an independent one, by the way. And yeah, highly suggested, hands down to this artist. I listened to other albums from Maribou, and I found it very interesting. Don't expect to have long lyrics or intense text, because this is just ambient. It's the kind of music that you could find when you go in these African or South American shops, that they have this kind of traditional music but with a bit of the electronics. So it's not for everyone, I understand that, but surely is a good buy. And I remember that I bought this vinyl for something like 18 pounds or 16 pounds, so it was very cheap. But yeah, absolutely suggested. Now, the only downside, as I said, is the inner sleeve. They could actually put a plastic inner sleeve. Always struggle to remember the name. Polyurethane. Polyurethane sleeve. It's quite a shame that they didn't put that, because it would be nice to keep the vinyl in the inner sleeve original. Unfortunately, it doesn't fit with my my cover, but doesn't matter. I mean, it's not really a huge problem. What I would like to say is, unfortunately, in the market, it's really difficult to find this kind of artists. I know that there are plenty out there, because I used to listen a lot SoundClouds and platform where you can actually upload your music for free, and there are a lot out there, but unfortunately there is not really a huge business behind those authors, behind those musicians, and so they have to provide themselves the printing and everything, and it's a huge effort, especially if you are not rich. It's really difficult for you to actually afford printing and a delivery for people that buy from your website. So I really appreciate when someone do that, and I encourage to do that as well, because I think it's really important for people out there that are really talented to be able to print their own music on vinyl, on CDs or whatsoever, or even publishing on Spotify. But I really encourage them to do so, because I live in London, so I can see a lot of beautiful, magnificent artists singing their own songs, sometimes when they're basketing or along the streets, and I ask myself, look how beautiful it is, this music, and it's a shame that it's just related to people that are passing by, It would be nice if they were shown. Sometimes people do show themselves on TikTok or here on YouTube as well. They are playing, but still I think is not enough, because those platforms are for entertaining, so people can actually know you better, but at the same time it's very long process before you can actually make money out of it. So still, I always finger crossed to them for them, and I hope that actually they can actually make it. So I know that it's difficult, but again, if you are watching this video and you are a musician and you really want to make a living for that, because you're really talented and you like what you do and you want to actually share your stories with other people, I encourage you to take the step to do so, because it's really something that's worth it. And there are people like me that buys this vinyl even when there are people that no one know, but doesn't matter. I will invest money in people that are starting and they produce good stuff different from what you have in the store. Because another problem of music at this specific moment is that, I don't know you guys, but I find that the new music is all like copy and paste, and it's so annoying. It's really difficult to find new artists that are worthy and they produce good music. I'm not saying that they have to be super original, but at least to produce something that it's worth to buy, because they communicate something, they give you something. Art is this, it's communicating, it's giving to others your thinking. And I think, world needs really to have art in this specific moment, because everyone thinking about making money, market, crypto or whatsoever, but we really need to start with the art as well, because art is what actually enrich the life of everyone, including music. And if I buy vinyl, even if I live in a small place, it's just because I really do believe in, the form of art that is a vinyl. And in this specific case, I've been so happy to have this piece of art, because even if no one will know this artist, doesn't matter, I have it, and I really appreciate what they did. So I encourage you to buy this vinyl. Again, I remind you that it's called Kingdoms in Color, and the name of the artist Maribou, and go for it. If you find it, and if you find out the vinyl, go for it. You will find the link of this specific one in my description, and you will find surely in the Amazon list you will find other from the same artist. So I encourage you to have a pre-listen and then go for it, because surely you won't be disappointed. One little thing I want to remind you to click the follow button, the like and the bell, because it helps me a lot to grow, and also shows your appreciation. And leave a comment if you want to know more about this vinyl, if you want to have a review of a specific vinyl that you maybe would love to buy, and if you have any other questions or things to add, drop me something there in the comment down below. And I want to thank you very much for your time that you spent listening to me, listening to this short review, but I thought that was really worthy to promote these people. And again, I'll see you next time, and don't forget to spin the vinyl for me as well, and have a nice week. Bye bye.